I know it's December. Everybody's like they have holiday plans. You either go and to visit your family, go to an event with your friends, cousins, extended family. And as business owners, as business people, you are in a unique situation to use your existing network to talk about your business, to find opportunities that nobody really goes into a family meeting thinking about, I'm gonna do sales. I'm gonna sell my business to Uncle Larry, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's doing that. But today, actually, we're gonna talk about how you can really use these moments that you have with your family, with your friends to talk about your business and how you can actually tap into that potential. One of my favorite tips when you want to network within your family, within your friends, cousins, blah, 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 is to have a granny proof elevator pitch. So, granny proof your elevator pitch. That means that you have family members that probably don't exactly know what you do. They don't know the jargon of your business. If you're a business owner, if you're like in tech, if you're in startups, they don't know exactly what those titles are. So, have something that is as simple as possible. Like, I help people make more money. I help people post on Instagram. I help people do this. I help people do that. Make it as simple as possible. Well, like telling somebody in your family, hey, I'm a UX designer is great. Maybe it's not as clear for your grandmother what a UX design is. So, granny proof what you do. Just like if your grandmother can grasp what you do, that's your goal. The other one that I really like is shifting your mindset from selling to sharing. So you're not gonna do sales when your family get together and your family get together, but you can share what you do. Think of it as life updates. These are the things that I did last year in my business. These are the new team members that came into my business. This is these clients that we've had over the past year. We've done this, we had this like business dinner, this happened, that happened, this project was fantastic, my Instagram page grew. Just like share updates instead of selling stuff to people. It's not about sales, it's about building connections. The other one, which is super easy because it's your friends and your families, is that if you're going to an event, if you're having a family gathering, if you're having a reunion or something this holiday season, research the guest list. You probably already know, like the cousin that you haven't seen in the past 5 years is gonna be there. You really don't know what line of job they are in anymore. Maybe it's like that rich uncle who's a CEO of something is there. So do your homework. If your uncle is a rich CEO, like do your homework, know what they've done, what is their business stage at, how can you help, know the name of their companies, just like have a list of, oh, these are the people that I'm gonna see. You're not gonna use it to approach them and say, hey, Larry, these are the stuff that you're doing in your business, and this is how I think I can help in your business. No, you just wanna know stuff that when they start talking about the business, you have the opportunity to ask relevant questions. It's about all the relevant questions that you want to ask. And when while we're on the subject of asking, have a clear ask. So again, you don't want to tell to a cousin, hey, so do this for me, come become my client, let me coach you through this, coach you through that. Sometimes it becomes cringe, but have a clear ask. From your cousin, you can ask, hey, do you know somebody? Do you know somebody that I can help? Do you know some place that I can advertise? And hey, like if you have that rich uncle that is looking for investing, you can just like put it out there without specifically asking that I'm gonna get to. But again, have a clear ask, have them do something very low pressure for you. So, for example, you're posting a lot, like Lana in your case, on your Instagram, and you don't want to like right away sell something to people. So you just ask them, hey, would you follow me on Instagram? And from that point, that's another thing that they're gonna see, oh, such a great work that you're doing. Oh, let me ask more about it. Something that is low pressure, something simple. So I want to talk about how you carry that conversation. It's more on the side of soft skills. So on soft skills, one thing that really helps you is welcome is the advice strategy. So instead of giving out advice, even if you have like little cousins, I do this a lot. I have lots of little cousins and I give them advice and I should stop. But if you are like in a space that you have lots of like, little cousins, instead of like giving advice, ask for advice. People love giving out advice. People love giving out advice. So like, say you have somebody within your extended family, friends in a reunion, you want to show some interest in their industry, ask questions like, hey, I'm thinking into like pivoting in your field. What's your take on your industry? Like, ask advice. How can I break it into your industry? And like, listen fully on what's happening there. Fully listen. Hey, like, oh, so I'm in the publishing industry. The reality of the fact is that like the industry is dying out because people are very rarely reading books anymore or reading like published books anymore. It's all about TikToks and PDFs and all of it. And listen and then find the pain and then pivot and then present your work. So ask for advice. The other point is that be the listener in the room. In a lot of these like get-togethers, reunions, God knows, like with a lot of like family members get together, there's first of all there's always somebody who's asking, oh, when are you getting married, and by the way, when are you having kids? There's always somebody. There's always somebody. If you can't recognize that person in the room, probably you're that person in the room. The ones that's asking, so what are you doing? So, first of all, don't become that person, but be the listener. A lot of people talk a lot, and it's like, you're seeing your family, your friends, you haven't seen them in a while, you want to share, but be the listener. It's that great feeling that when you listen, when you actually embrace somebody in a conversation, they're like, ah, this person's really listening to me. They're understanding me because in our human brain, listening and nodding equals understanding, equals like being received. So you want to be the person who always listener. You want your like, distant cousin, your third cousin twice removed to go home and said, huh, Chori was really a good listener. Like, gave me such a good feeling. Bless her. Let me find her on Instagram, see what that girl is doing. You want that vibes. It's like, more subtle than normal networking. One thing that's while we're also on the subject of like aunties who ask, what's happening in your job? Why aren't you having like babies? Blah, blah, blah. Don't complain about your current job or current like profession that you have if you're looking to close people. Don't say, ha, I have a terrible boss. Don't say, oh, like, my clients are too demanding. Ta da da da. Don't be complaining at all. Just like, have this aura. Don't lie, but like, if you're struggling with something, you can say, I've learned a lot last year. I've had challenges that I have overcome. I have done this, done that, but just don't like, be negative about it. Because potentially, if you want to close them, like further down the line, or if you want them to actually believe in you and then refer you to somebody else, you don't want to be negative about what you do. That's also super important. Another important thing when you're talking to family members, cousins, friends, is that you don't want to, like, you're not pitching to them. So it's not about stats, it's about stories. So instead of saying, yeah, 25% of buildings in the United States are being built by our company, ta da da, say, hey, like, Auntie Shakila, do you remember that when I was a child, I was always playing with Legos? Oh, yeah, you gave me that Lego set when I was 7. Oh, bless you. That was fantastic. Yeah, basically, that's the same thing I do right now in my job. I'm an architect. I'm an architect. Oh, do you remember how I was in like kindergarten? I always like, had my peers around me and I was telling them stories. This is basically what I do, but instead of doing it for other people, I'm doing it on social media for my brand. Just like do it as a type of story. It lessens the jargon and connects like that nostalgia of that they have of you to what they know. So it just like connects the two parts that they know, and it's just like a better feeling, a greater feeling. The thing that you're telling them now is in parallel unison with what they are already, like they already know about you. They need to go hand in hand. It's important that it's not super contradictory. It's fantastic that if you like, you moved away, reinvented yourself, da 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 da, but like you can find one piece of information that you shared with that person, that aunt, that cousin, that friend, that it's building on that seed of trust, that relationship that you want to talk more about. Another thing is that be curious about other people's hobbies. So if you have like a boring uncle who loves fly fishing and you, for the life of you, don't understand what the hell is that and why would somebody want to do that? Still, like, oh, fly fishing, how fun. Tell me more about it. Antiquing, fantastic. And you collect stamps? Show me your album. Just like, be interested in what they have like spent time on, because like those are the exact moments that you start to like build bonds with people, because you might think, oh, this like this is a cousin, I'm not gonna like sell to my cousin. First of all, your cousin could be a potential customer. If you do coaching, your cousin might need coaching. If you do graphic design, in case of Ramon, your cousin might need graphic design. Like you don't know. If you're a health coach, your cousin might need a health coach, might know somebody who needs a health coach. So definitely, definitely don't disregard like, those conversations, and they can be interested in them. Back to one of the points that I shared earlier, don't like underestimate people, and it's not about selling, it's about sharing. Just like share and allow people to share back. Listen, really listen, give them a great, great feeling. In Cafe Society, we talk about this like quite a lot, but there's a law called the law of reciprocity, meaning that people want to, if you do a favor for somebody, they want to do a favor back to you, because people are inherently nice. They're like nice people. So if you offer help first, if you're talking to a cousin and like they're looking for a job and say, oh, I'm gonna put in a good word for like this friend of mine who's looking for a job, then that's your way in. They're gonna reciprocate. They wanna reciprocate. They wanna like, uh in some way, for shape or form, make it up to you. So offer help. It doesn't have to be business wise. If you have an uncle and your uncle is making barbecue and it's cold and you want to help them, say, hey, do you want me to help with the barbecue? Go help with the barbecue. They want to return the favor. If your aunt is the CEO of something, or you want to like, still build that relationship, or she has a great network, she belongs to a book club that you want yourself to be promoted in that book club, say, hey, do you want me to help washing the dishes? Let me come wash the dishes. I'm gonna wash them. You could just try them. Just be there, offer help first. The other one is that the like holidays are gonna be over, and then we're gonna have like the period after the holidays. So it's like more about the logistics and follow up. Say you like built that relationships over the holidays, did all of it. You wanna follow up with with those people. So first of all, if you're like in a meeting with lots of like, in a reunion, if you're in a meeting with a lot of like people who you're not gonna like meet on a regular basis, first of all, have lots of business cards handy. If you want to like connect to people in LinkedIn, have your LinkedIn like already pulled up, have it there and say, hey, like this is my like LinkedIn, you can just follow me. Super casual. Again, fish for low effort stuff. Have your what do you call it? Business cards, LinkedIn handy, like have your you can just like, connect your phones with NFC and just like, share your contacts. So make sure that it's there. Don't corner those people that you want to talk to. It's weird. Like talk 5, 10 minutes to one person, have some breathing room, go talk to another aunt or uncle or cousin, then another breathing room. 10, 15 minutes with somebody else. I know you want to impress that person, but if you want to impress somebody within your immediate circle, one thing that they're also going to be impressed by is you not smothering them. Also, your social skills by going and networking with other people. A lot of older generations of people, which apparently now I'm on as well, don't want to talk shop during like a get together. They just like they deem it as rude. They think it's not just a place, but you just want to have enough conversation to impress them, but then do a follow-up in January. Hey, Uncle Larry, can I shoot you a text, send you an email the first week of January, the second week of January? If you know that's their style, just do that. Just like, be impressive enough, be your sharp, fun stuff. But for the talk shop, if you want to close them, if you want to like ask for like something business-wise or ask for a favor, do it in January. A lot of older generations actually prefer that. Those like little 2000 something people, like the little cousins, don't also neglect them because in 3 to 5 years, they would become the new workforce. They could be your interns. They could be your employees. So if you were a person that abused little cousins, like, like, oh my God, go sit at the kiddie table. Don't come here. Maybe that's the time to embrace the kiddie table, go sit at the kiddie table, like, just like share a like piece of bread on the kiddie table, say, hey, I don't know, cousin Leroy, what do you do? Oh my God, so you're doing streaming on Twitch and you make $20,000 per month. Oh, fantastic. What am I doing with my life? So you actually get exposed to a lot of different things that are happening that you have no idea that are happening. So yeah. And in a situation, if you're like in a family or gathering or a friend gathering situation that you've been invited to and you don't know people there, have a message like sent immediately. Say, hey, nice to meet you, like on LinkedIn or on iMessage or something. One thing that Rosha does, and it actually works fantastic, is that she takes a photo with that person like immediately and said, okay, I'm gonna send the photo to you right now. I'm gonna send the photo to you right now. So because you meet a lot of people in different like places and it's hard to put a name and face together. So she just takes a picture and say, hey, this is Rochelle from blah blah. So you can do the same thing. You just like have a message, say, oh, I'm gonna like send you a message right now. Works every time. Works every time. If you're launching something new, if you are launching a new podcast, if you're like launching a new line of skincare, if you're launching a new something, ask like the person that you want to impress to come in and be a beta tester. That means like, hey, Uncle Larry, I know like I value your opinion so much. I made this thing, come tear this down. Like I don't spare my feelings. Be as critical as you can. It's on the same vibe of asking for advice, but you actually get to showcase what you do, and you've already also asked for their opinion. It's like a smart way of showing, hey, look, listen to the podcast. If you wanted to give me feedback, what would you do? If you wanted to become a guest, what would you do? So, like, using that thing. If you guys do gifts, if you guys do gifts in your family, within your friends, that's also one way that you can flatter people that you want to impress. So if you have an uncle, Uncle Larry, who's a CEO, if you have a cousin you want to impress, have a book about business, which is like a smart book, not just like an everyday book. And just like on the first page, write, read this book and thought of you immediately. Just like give them that book. Oh, so like, when they're reading this book, which is super impressive, it's like, oh, they think of me as this. They think of me as this, like, business mogul. They think of me as this, like, interesting person. So that's also super cool. And it's also important that you don't brag. It's not bad to share your accomplishment. It's bad to brag, like boast about something. If you have failures, be upfront, be vulnerable, but say how you handled them. So imagine like, you had a campaign and the campaign flopped. You can just like share that as a funny story and say how you actually handled that, how you actually came out of the other way more strong with lots of grit and you actually went on and on and on. So it's all about having that human connection, having empathy, listening, and showing interest in other people. And since these are your friends and families, it should be super easy for you guys because you already know them.